Welcome to 5-Minute Bedtime Stories, brought to you by TaleBot, your child's AI storyteller. Want to create a bedtime story for your child? Visit talebotai.com/create. Now, let's sit back and enjoy the story.
Alexandra's Secret Journey Through the White House. A special bedtime story for Alexandra. Once upon a time, in a small town filled with colorful houses and friendly neighbors, lived a little girl named Alexandra. Alexandra was curious, adventurous, and had a heart full of kindness. She loved exploring new places and learning about the world around her. Every night before bed, her parents would read her stories about faraway lands and magical adventures. One evening, as Alexandra was getting ready for bed, she noticed a special book on her shelf. It was called Exploring the White House, Inside America's Most Famous Home. The book had beautiful pictures, interesting facts, and stories about the people who worked and lived in the White House. Alexandra's eyes sparkled with excitement as she picked up the book and took it to her parents. "Mom, Dad, can we read this book tonight?" she asked, her voice filled with anticipation. Her parents smiled and nodded, knowing how much she loved learning about new things. They settled down on her cozy bed, and her dad began to read. As he turned each page, Alexandra's imagination soared, and she felt as if she was right there, inside the White House, exploring its secrets. The book told stories about the hardworking staff members who made sure everything ran smoothly in the White House. They worked day and night to prepare for important state events and welcome foreign dignitaries. Alexandra was amazed at their dedication and how they had to be meticulous in their tasks. But what fascinated her the most were the stories about the first ladies. They were strong, intelligent, and caring women who brought their own unique touch to the White House. Alexandra was inspired by their grace and the positive changes they made in their communities. As the story reached its climax, Alexandra's eyes widened. The book mentioned mischievous children, presidential pups, and even a couple of ghosts that roamed the halls of the White House. Alexandra couldn't believe it. She imagined herself playing hide-and-seek with the children and petting the adorable presidential pups. The thought of friendly ghosts gave her a slight shiver, but she knew they were just harmless spirits, looking after the White House. The story concluded, and Alexandra's heart was brimming with excitement. "Can we visit the White House, Mom? Please," she pleaded, unable to contain her enthusiasm. Her parents smiled at her eagerness. "Perhaps one day, my dear," her mom replied. "But for now, how about we create our own White House adventure right here in our home?" Alexandra's eyes lit up. She and her parents spent the next few days transforming their house into a make-believe White House. They decorated the living room with flags and flowers, set up a small stage for speeches, and even designated a room as the Oval Office. Every day after school, Alexandra would come home and pretend to be the president, making important decisions and welcoming imaginary visitors. She would also dress up as different first ladies, channeling their strength and kindness. In her new role as the president, Alexandra realized that being a leader meant bringing people together and making a positive impact on the world. She started a club with her friends, where they organized charity events and helped those in need. Alexandra's kind heart and determination made a difference in her community, just like the first ladies did in the White House. As Alexandra grew older, she never forgot her love for the White House and the inspiring stories it held. She continued to explore new places, learn about different cultures, and make a positive difference in the lives of others. And who knows, maybe one day, Alexandra's adventures would take her to the real White House, where she could see firsthand the magic and history she had read about in her favorite bedtime story. With dreams of a brighter future, Alexandra drifted off to sleep, knowing that she held a little piece of the White House within her heart. And as she closed her eyes, the moon whispered in her ear, "Dream big, my dear Alexandra, for the world is waiting for your kindness and bravery." The end.
Thank you for joining us on this enchanting journey. If you enjoyed tonight's story, remember, the magic doesn't have to end here. Craft your own adventure with TaleBot by visiting talebotai.com/create. And as a special treat, use the coupon code TALE99 at checkout to get your bedtime story for just 99 cents, instead of the usual $2.99. Sweet dreams, and until our next tale.